1, 2, 3. I got a story. The story once was told. 2 young boys going to the liquor store where they sold their souls. And I got a story.
Hello. Oh. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Wet Bandits podcast, where sometimes I forget to unmute our microphones. Oh, boy.
On?
What?
Is the record on?
Oh, I pressed record. The timer is running. Did you know that last week, listeners know this already, did you know that last week somehow I didn't record our music line?
What?
Yeah. So you have to press record for each individual track, and I think maybe I accidentally hit record on the track like next to it. And so the audio is actually pulled from our video. Does that make sense? Like what I did was I took the video we put on YouTube and pulled the audio from that.
Oh.
So it's not mixed as well.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Which is
It's
why.
like, yeah.
Yeah. One of those, Mother's Milk is a little bit fuzzy. Blood Sugar Sex Magic is a lot better.
A little bit on the fuzz side.
A little hissy. Whenever we're not talking, it's like, it's really great. So this is another fucking guestless podcast. Excuse my language, but we were supposed to have a guest for our last episode on One Hot Minute. I won't bash that person because we asked him to come on as a favor, but Kevin Brennan, our number one guest by listenership and a friend of the show, begged us to come on Californication. He's, dudes, just please do the Red Hot Chili Peppers discography, and please let me come on the Californication episode because I really want to do it and rearrange all your schedules and get all your ducks in a row because I am there. Wherever you do it, I'm there.
I'm there, man.
Yeah. And then what happens? Fucking eats a bad shrimp or something. He's exploding out both ends. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to spread the word that that's what's happening. And so Kevin's not here.
I don't wish that upon anybody.
I don't I don't either.
Bad shrimp, dude. Mm.
Yeah, woof. So, anyway, Kevin's not here. We'll have Kevin on later, though. I just wanted to take that opportunity to spread rumors about gross things that might be happening with Kevin's body. So
I heard he ate the shrimp off the floor.
Oh, big mistake. Big mistake. And, I mean, who knows? 5-second rule, you're probably pretty safe. They say that there's no science behind the 5-second rule. If a shrimp falls on the floor and it's there for 5 seconds, it still has all the germs from the floor stuck to it. Well, yeah, true, but 5 seconds is a lot better than 30 minutes on the floor. You leave that shrimp out for that long, and it goes bad quickly. The germs are one thing.
The shrimp's another.
The shrimp disease or whatever.
Shrimp disease.
Yeah.
Ain't going to live long.
Coming out both ends, exploding now. Yeah, so feel better, Kev. We'll maybe see you later in this discography. But you are listening to the Wet Bandits podcast. We do 90s band discographies. We use the term 90s band loosely, but Red Hot Chili Peppers I think most people would call a 90s band. And that's what we're doing right now. They have albums in the 80s, they have albums in the 90s, but I think a lot of their meat, even though it's only 3 albums, but they rose to their biggest point in 1991 with Blood Sugar Sex Magic, the biggest point they had ever been.
Yeah.
Drop off a little bit with One Hot Minute, and then triumphantly return with Californication in 1999.
It is a pretty big jump from like where they were at, because this album is so like, it's not really produced, but it's really like fine. You know what I mean? Like the songwriting, like it doesn't compare to anything that they've done.
Yep.
But it does, it still has that like Chili Pepper vibe.
Yep. 100%. Before we go any further, please don't forget to review, rate, subscribe, but in the opposite order. Subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars only, obviously.
Dude, how many sorry, dude, I didn't mean to.
No, go for it.
Dude, how many combinations can you do right there?
How many can I do?
Like, just like,
Oh. 9? No. I don't know. How many can it?
I don't know.
6?
I bet it's like 100.
No.
You don't think so?
It's definitely not.
Three things that can be arranged in 3 different ways.
Dude, we're making ourselves. We're at Nostalgia
I bet it's
Brewing.
like a million.
We're at Nostalgia Brewing recording, and we're a couple deep. So the maths. And one thing people don't understand about podcasting, and probably podcasting has given me a new like sympathy for people on game shows who just like seemingly lose their mind at the simplest question, is like, it's not that you are dumb, and it's not even really like you're nervous, but what happens is you're focusing on a lot more things. Like, you have so much attention diverted to other like aspects of what's going on around you that you can't think as well.
There was this one people, like, they're like literally this, like, there's other places to sit, and you like gotta sit right there.
Dude, yes. So
like
yeah, and he was nice. You went to the restroom probably because of a bad shrimp or something.
Yeah.
And this guy,
some BS.
so this guy just starts talking to me about the pod. Dude, he said, I told him this is the podcast, so hopefully he listens to this. He was like, what do you guys do? We're a 90s cover band. Only 90s? You don't do any Led Zeppelin or anything? I'm like, no. He's like, my buddy for his 50th birthday had the English Beat come play at his party. I'm like, okay, they're a little out of our like pay grade. like we're just a local cover band. I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. And then he's like, you don't do any Led Zeppelin or anything? No. Have you ever heard of Greta Van Fleet? They're pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard of them. Also, they're a little more famous than us, like slightly. But maybe this podcast just gives us a lot of street cred.
Dude, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we should sit here.
Yeah. Well, we're also podcasting outside of Nostalgia.
Dude, I'm surprised like we haven't caused like a wreck or something.
Me too. Right. We did almost cause a wreck.
Well,
that Mercedes almost backed into that parked
then
car.
Then it'll be like, oh, those motherfuckers know they're distracting drivers out here.
So, yeah, I did think that we might get like interrupted by more people. Like, hey, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah.
But maybe the headphones are like a clue, like, don't bother us.
Like a clue.
But I wish people would bother us. Like
Kinda.
that time, we're right across the street from Signatures where we recorded our second episode ever, and Rachel, our waitress, would come up and like ask us stuff, and she said, hello, Bandits. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, Bandit. Hey, y'all, Bandits. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe Rachel's a subscriber too now. But anyway.
If she was, she would be here.
That was also the famous.
I'm just kidding.
We took a shot and we said clink, even though they were plastic shot glasses.
Oh, dude, I forgot to get a shot up there. We definitely should have done a shot.
Oh. Do you want to go get one?
I don't care.
I can pause it for a second.
All right.
All right. Do it.
Is it still on?
It's still on, but that's okay. Can cut it later. I have that power.
I'm going Dutch. I'll put one on you and one on
Yeah, that's cool. I guess we're doing a shot. This is probably a bad idea.
You're gonna hate me.
And we're back. Sam just returned with shots in hand, and he said, "Dude, you're gonna hate me." So does that mean this is it because of what's in this shot glass? Is that why you're gonna hate me?
Dude, it's because
Don't tell me what it is yet.
it's because you're gonna hate what the night turns into.
Why is that? What's this night about to turn into?
Dude, because nothing. I don't know what I'm about to say, but dude, when the night turns into fireball shots.
I knew this was going to be a fucking fireball shot.
Dude.
I hate
no one comes out
fireball
alive.
so much.
I know everybody hates it, but everybody kind of likes it.
No. There's no. Hold on. Put the clink next to your microphone.
Clink.
Clink.
My voice cracked. Clink. Clink, motherfucker.
Can I just sip this?
No. Nope. No sips allowed.
All right.
The fire demon would not approve.
All right. Here we go. I'm probably going to throw up, and we're going to have to cut that out, too.
Dude.
All right.
You can't cut out a throw up.
Okay, we'll leave the throw up in. This is so
Dude,
terrible.
Drink all. You got like an inch left.
That is not an inch.
Yeah, it might be, to be honest.
No,
Get
I'm
your-
taking a picture. I'm going to finish it, but I'll take a picture.
I'll take a picture of you holding it.
Okay. Just like for shame.
Yeah. How do I get the flash on?
It's on auto. The flash is on auto, bro. Did you get a pic? Yeah, that's cool. I look terrible. Dude, why'd you do that? Why'd you get Fireball?
Well, it just was the easiest thing to say.
You know, it is. It is easy to say. Because
Everybody has it.
everybody has it. If you want like whiskey, you got to get specific with what it is.
Fireball.
I'm still like shivering.
Not for long.
Oh God, that is terrible. That is so
You
bad.
can like taste it.
Yeah, you can taste it. That's why it's so bad.
That was.
That's
oh, like you can. Dude, have you ever like tasted?
Yeah, I've tasted Fireball. I never want to do that again. That was
Dude,
so bad.
Have you ever like lied?
Yes. This is a running bit with a lot of legs. Dude, do you lie? Come back to be sure to subscribe for more bits on Dude, do you lie?
Yeah.
You know,
That wouldn't be bad. Like.
yeah, what did
segment,
we lie
Dude,
about?
Do you lie?
Dude, do you lie? I told you about a lie at work. Remember when I blamed my baby for me being late
Oh
to work?
yeah. Did your?
It actually happened for real.
Oh,
it was
really?
like a boy cried wolf situation
Uh-huh.
where it was my baby, but it wasn't the baby's fault. So we have a pretty cushy situation with my sister and their like sitting, their like nanny, who she's not really a nanny. She's their babysitter, but she's there so often, you know. And my parents watch my child 3 days a week, and the nanny watches her at my sister's house 2 days a week. My parents are on vacation this week, and my wife and I did not remember. Normally, my dad comes and picks my daughter up, and he comes at about 8:30. I have to be work at 9, so usually I'm gone already.
Mm-hmm.
But Corinne my wife works so close that she's cool waiting for him to pick her up. So Corinne, I'm already at work. Corinne texts me at like 8:45 and is like, "Oh my God, are your parents on vacation?" And we knew they were going. We just didn't remember when. And normally my parents will like realize that we're not thinking about it and be like, "Hey, don't forget." Now I realize that's not my parents' responsibility to do that. But like we are taking I'm making excuses, but we really do just have this one routine that when we get out of the routine, like we're not thinking about it. And so my wife luckily worked from home that day. But my daughter's so young, she cannot work with my daughter at home. Impossible. But at least Corinne didn't have to be anywhere.
Yeah.
But I had to be like, I know I said I was at work already. I was actually like in my car a block away. And I was like, okay, I'll come get her. So I drove home, got her, and took her to my sister's house where the sitter's going to watch her for on this unusual schedule. And so crisis averted, but I was like an hour late to work. And luckily my position at work is not one that needs to be like I have to be there on this time. I'm supposed to be, but like if something like this happens, that's why I was fine to just be like, I'll come get her. But nevertheless, I did have to text somebody and be like, hey, I'm going to be like an hour late today. It's my daughter. Long story. I'll tell you later. And so that's it. No lying this time. All truth. Dude, do you lie?
Dude, I try not to.
Yeah, but dude, do you lie? You lied about anything lately? This is a good bit. Do you lie?
Have I lied lately?
You have to have lied about something.
Dude, I'm not trying to be like a goody boy, but dude, I can't remember like lying. Well, I've been on vacation for 2 weeks. I don't have to tell lies.
That's a good point. That must feel good.
Yeah.
Liberating.
Ooh, clean right now.
Off my chest. Yeah, that's true. I can't think of a lie I've told recently, but I'm sure I've told one.
Yeah.
I'm a white liar.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like
well,
we
like
said, with-
stupid lies. Like I'll call somebody and be like, dude,
Jokes don't count.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, jokes don't count.
Like
Because
a-
you do that a lot.
Yeah.
You're the master of like, dude, I ran into Lars Ulrich at Kroger today. Oh, really? No, actually, that's not a good example because your lies will even be like much more possible.
Uh-huh.
You'll be like, hey, you know, local newsman Jerry Revish saw him at McDonald's today. And I'll be like, really? And you'll be like, no. Oh, you got me.
Yeah.
Those are your lies.
You got me, man. Like,
But I can't think of I'm sure I've lied, but I can't think of one. And like we said, with my first lie, it wasn't that I was lying, the lie where I involved my child. It wasn't like I felt like I needed to lie
yeah.
to be in
It's
my
just the
work's good
easiest-
It's just easier than
Yeah.
explaining
Being
the
like,
truth.
blah, 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 blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
I am
Dude.
a very verbose person anyway.
Everybody should like write a comment anonymously about like a lie that they did.
Dude,
is that
yeah.
possible?
I don't know how you can do an anonymous comment, but that is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go. Oh my God. There has to be a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna find a way to do this, and we'll go post it on Facebook, right with my picture of me with that half centimeter that was left of Fireball,
Yeah.
and we'll be like, "Hey, also don't forget to tell us your lie." Hashtag tell us your lie.
Yeah.
All right. Whew. I'm feeling pretty good. So, are
It's
we ready to
Fireball,
get
man.
into 1999, the return of John Frusciante?
Yep. I'm
The
looking
album is
forward,
Californication.
I'm looking forward to see what the facts are here.
Oh, yeah. Because this is a new bit we do, which I love, which is what was popular at the time of this album's release. The date was July 9th. Whoops, I'm reading the wrong one. The date was June 8th, 1999. Number one song on the Billboard. Living la vida loca.
Oh, really?
Her lips are devil red and her skin's the color of mocha. That's Ricky Martin, my friends.
Yep.
Living la vida loca. Woo! Okay. Number one mainstream rock song in 1999. I am.
Whiskey in the Jar. No.
Well, it might have
That's
been
not 99.
at a different
I don't
time, but
think
this is
that's
June
99.
8th, 1999. Scar Tissue would eventually get there, but on this date, Scar Tissue was not number one.
Uh-huh.
Number one was a song. Oh, here goes that car again. Up. In the last episode and a little bit in this episode, we talked about this Mercedes that is hell-bent on backing into parked cars, and it almost did it again. Lit Up by Buckcherry, which is a great song. People ask us to play Buckcherry every now and then. In fact, we had a Buckcherry request at our last gig.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but when women ask for, I almost said chicks, but we're an ally here. We support women and all people, all cultures. We would never call chicks broads. That's that's a joke from UHF. Did I just like go down a spiral of
Dude, a spiral.
problematic things?
I don't know, dude.
Anyway, have you ever seen UHF, the Weird Al? It's a movie. It's kind of like a spoof. It's because it's Weird Al, it's full of spoofs. There's one line where the villain is like, he says, "Did you just refer to me as a broad?" And it's Fran Drescher. She's like, "Did you just call me a broad? Is that how you treat your news women or whatever?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That must be a misunderstanding. I would never call chicks broads." And it's like, whoa, he went there. So anyway, that's where that joke came from. Dude, I'm out of breath. I need to reset. It's this Fireball.
You go press that button over there.
What button? The restart? We just got to start this episode over?
The outlet.
What out? Why? Oh, the reset. No, that might turn everything off. So anyway,
Do you know how they handle your alcohol, Michael?
Not at all. No, what were you talking about? We were talking about Living La Vida Loca.
Yeah, we were talking about
Ricky
the
Martin.
facts, dude.
Oh, we were talking about how the girls this weekend were asking for Buck Cherry. But when they want Buck Cherry, they want Crazy Bitch.
Yeah, and is that 90s? Okay.
It's not 90s, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about it, but I hate it.
I would be up to play if it was 90s.
Well, the people would love it.
Yeah,
that's one of the
what
songs
matters
you would
is what
have
the
to do
people
because
want.
people love it. But dude, Lit Up is a great 90s rock song.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm all lit up again
I don't know that one.
on my couch in the bed. And yes, I'm all lit up again. You need to listen to Lit Up. You will love it. And then you'll be like, dudes, we should play Lit Up. That song fucking rules. It really does. Good Buck Cherry song. So that was the number one mainstream rock song on June 8th, 1999. Number one album, Backstreet Boys Millennium.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah. That was a pretty big album. So Californication never reached number one, but Scar Tissue was number one mainstream rock a couple weeks after Lit Up. So Californication, we mentioned in the last episode, you mentioned very astutely that when you were like learning or like introducing yourself to Red Hot Chili Peppers, it kind of felt like there was like Blood Sugar Sex Magic, then an 8-year break, then Californication, and like One Hot Minute is sort of like forgotten in the middle, and history has sort of forgotten One Hot Minute. And I will say that if you had told me when Californication came out that it had only been 4 years since One Hot Minute, I would have been like, wrong, dude. It's been forever.
Oh, yeah.
Because even though I owned One Hot Minute, when Californication came out, it felt like this was a completely different band. Like, John Frusciante joined the band again after leaving.
It's like the start of the new era Chili Peppers.
It is, and we talked about this, how like you can divide the Chili Peppers into different eras, and I kind of put them into three, and I lumped One Hot Minute in there with the others, but like Californication for me was the start of this era, the current era of the Chili Peppers, and it's different. It is different even than Blood Sugar Sex Magic, even though that still had John Frusciante.
So, I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Dude, I'm always sorry. But, since I compare everything to my favorite band, Metallica, this is totally their Black Album. After this, they can't go back.
Wow.
They just they're just gigantic at this point.
Dude, when you said this is their Black Album, I was like, internal monologue was like, Sam, no, that's not right. And then you said they can't go back. And I was like, oh yeah, Sam's right. That is true. Like, once they did Californication, this is what they are now.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Metallica could do that, but not.
Well, they did go back.
Yeah.
Metallica did go back.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. And for me, do you feel like the Black Album is? Well, no, you're right. Black Album is a lot different than Injustice for All.
Well, it was always like this. Honestly, there's no really like bass slaps in this album.
True.
There's no like.
Yeah, I think there are, but it's not as many.
Yeah,
we'll hear
it's
them.
more
when
of
we
like
get there.
I don't know.
I mean, this is so mellow.
Yeah.
Compared to anything else they ever did. So,
but I like it. You can jam to it. You can play it loud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But there's a lot of good.
The first song, all
around the world, dude. I think it's time. You mentioned it, so here we go. I've always said the Chili Peppers know how to start an album.
All around the world, we can make time. Or up and stop it, 'cause I'm in my prime.
good way to kick this album off.
So good, dude.
And those like the backing vocals there, that's the preview. That sets up.
That's John
Frusciante
Yeah.
and Flea.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that is the key. They're telling you right there with the first song, this is what you're in for with this album.
Yeah.
A whole lot of this. Like harmonies that are not
a lot of harmonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of harmonies, not difficult ones, like not nobody in Nashville's like, oh damn, listen to their harmonies, you know. But they're unique sounding because of how different their voices are. You hear a lot of that. Cool song. I am trying to scroll through my notes here. Wait a minute.
Yeah, dude. Well, this song.
Yeah, talk a little bit.
Dude, just this, like, high school, everybody loved this album. Maybe not the entire album, but, like, a lot of, around the world.
Yeah, so you're a freshman when this came out, is that right?
Dude, hell no, dude. When this came out, I was, like, 5.
How old were you? What? What the fuck? When were you born?
94, bro.
Oh, shit. So you were a freshman.
Yeah, so I was a freshman.
Genius 5-year-old freshman. Why were people in your high school into this? Just because of Rock Band?
Well, dude, this is why, like, I keep suggesting these things because of, like, Pandora.
Yeah.
Like, the songs would, I think, like, because before there's, like, Spotify and stuff like that, there was Pandora, which...
right, Pandora ruled the streaming music service.
Yeah, you couldn't pick your songs.
Right.
But you could skip them, and you'd only get a certain amount of skips.
Right. But they'd stop for these.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. My only issue with this specific song, and... Oh, geez, how did you know? I had it queued up. Dude, so when we already mentioned we were supposed to have guests for this, we were supposed to have quite a few guests. One set of guests was Emily Ponzio and Jamie Stevens, who did our Jagged Little Pill episode. They weren't going to do Blood Sugar Sex Magic with us.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't back out as rudely as Kevin did the day of because he ate a bad shrimp.
BS.
But they backed out a long time ago because Emily just couldn't do Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's too, like, off. I don't think it's too off base to say, like, some people just can't stand that shit.
Dude, yeah. What I heard this part in Around the World, like, his kid was in the studio and he was, like, kind of doing that, being goofy, but his kid thought it was funny, so he, like, left it in the...
That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
That's a good reason to have that in there, actually. That makes me feel better about it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Because otherwise it's stupid. And borderline racist? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Well, because I don't know. It's a sound. I mean, does it make me racist to say it sounds like a racist impression of a Chinese person or whatever?
I mean, I make weird noises all the time.
Yeah, I guess so. Are they like, are you lying, bro? Do they sound like that?
Shoobity bop. I don't know.
See, no one is taking shoobity bop to be, no one's mistaking that for some, like, Eastern dialect.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
But they're in California, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it could mean, like, code for the sun's out.
I guess. Anyway, regardless of what it sounds like, it does make me feel better that he's trying to, like, make a funny for his kid in the studio. That's pretty good. Okay.
So we were in this dark era. It sounds like the Chili's are in this happy part now. Like, they're, like, got their, like, sounds like they got, like, some family involved. They got their kind of tight band back together. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah, it sounds like the reunion of John Frusciante and the band was relatively magical.
Even though he's been on, like, 2 albums,
Yeah, right. So, what? You don't remember this album, obviously, but when this album came out, music videos were still popular, but like fading in popularity. So you had to do something like pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
To do a popular music video, and the Californication music video was pretty cool. It was like a video game. It was kind of like Tony Hawk, sort of like they were skateboarding a lot. I don't know.
I think Californication music video. It's like a video game.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what when I said Tony Hawk, I meant the video game, not the human being. But since we're talking about it,
yeah,
this is the title track.
Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation, and little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotation. And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Hey, a surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your chin or is that war you're waging? Firstborn unicorn, hardcore, softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication.
That was a long clip, but I wanted to get to the chorus. That's pretty much all the song is, you know?
Yeah. Oh, play the guitar solo. It's like so bare.
It is so bare.
And he's
That
like
is,
really high.
Yep. I don't know. I don't have it queued up, but I apologize to the listeners as I jump around, but I wasn't prepared for this. It'll be around here somewhere.
Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication.
That's a theme on this album is like very like rough, thin, clean.
Well, it
guitar
makes
parts.
sense, like the message throughout the album. You know, like Hollywood and all these effects, and they want like the kind of bare music. Dude, I love this album. Like one of the main reasons I love this album is because the drums, dude. There's like hardly any like crazy fills. It's like, but there's a lot going on with like his kind of what seems to be basic beats throughout the album.
Okay.
So like this song, like for example, he's like working the hi-hat very subtle, then he has like these ghost notes going on, and then I mean just that discipline to keep doing that throughout the song but keep adding a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like rewarding to listen to as like a drummer. You're like, oh, so like when he goes in the chorus, like the last time he does the snare and the floor tom rather than just the snare, you know. It's
With
like,
the
yeah. So it's like, oh man, like it makes me just want to keep on listening to see what else is available to listen.
That's
to.
the kind of top-notch analysis we need from the drummer here. Because I did not notice that.
Yeah.
But that immediately makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
You know? So that's Californication. Like, I think for most people, it's kind of like, oh, that's a good song. But, like, the popularity of it, I don't quite understand. I mean, it's good, but it's not like, wow, that song's incredible. At least not at first blush, you know? The first single from the album that went number one is Scar Tissue, which is, you'll know it as soon as you hear it.
Scar tissue that I wish you saw. Sarcastic Mr. Know-It-All. I'll close your eyes and I'll kiss you, 'cause with the birds I'll share. With the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. And push me up against the wall. Young tuck girl in a push-up bra. I'm falling all over myself to lift your heart and taste your hill. 'Cause with the birds I share this lonely view. And with the birds I share this lonely view. And with the birds I share this lonely view.
Again, really pretty backup vocals. This is the kind, like, we played at Froggy's, which is a bar at a lake in Ohio.
Indian Lake, yeah.
Indian Lake in Ohio. And we played this during our break, and the bartenders there were really, I don't care if they're listening. I hope they're listening to this. They're always like, do you have any modern hits? And they want us to play, like, you know, the late, you know, I don't know, whoever's popular right now. And not Red Hot Chili Peppers. But we were playing this song as like our break song, and they cut it off in the middle so they could play. They didn't even play modern hits. They played like Nelly, which was literally
90s,
like
yeah.
2 years later. And so like we're playing our 90s stuff, and they cut this song off in the middle, and you could hear people like complain about it.
I
They
know,
were like,
dude.
oh man, like this is Scar Tissue is like one of the great, like, just chill out jams.
It's just
you
like
know?
a good time song.
Yeah.
Like, but I wanted to get back to Californication because you were talking about how you didn't really know why it's like popular.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like people my age listening to this song, we grew up watching movies, like, just think like 1994 Jurassic Park. You know, we weren't watching any movies that didn't have like computer or CGI or like everything's kind of like fake. So like, I just feel like that's just kind of makes sense to.
You
kids.
mean like the lyrical content?
Yeah, like kids who grew up watching that stuff.
Yeah, you're right. The lyrics do not resonate with me at all.
Yeah, because
like, I get what he's saying, but I don't care.
Yeah, but like we're like, oh, like, what do you mean that's not real? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though that's stupid to say, but like as kids, you think like, dude, were those dinosaurs really real? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, you're just a dumb kid, but
Yeah.
no. But I get what you're saying. I do. Which is weird. I mean, maybe that speaks to like the genius of Anthony Kiedis, but like he's older than me, you know, like, but he's writing this stuff.
No, I get it. Yeah.
The other really big single, though there were other singles from the album, but the other really big single is Other Side, and we're kind of in that area of the album.
How long will I slide or separate my side? I don't believe it's been slitting my throat. It's all I ever heard your voice through a photograph. I thought that I've been brought up the past. Once you know you can never go back, I gotta take it on the other side. Centuries are what it meant to me. A cemetery where I marry the sea. A stranger thing that never changed my mind. I gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Take it on. How long will I slide?
And you can hear how stripped down the chorus is there. Like, it feels like it's going to be a really big build, and then it drops, and it's just guitar and bass and drums, like no chords, just like single note, and then Anthony Kiedis' single voice. And then they do a really smart thing with this song, which is they go into the guitar solo, which guitar solos, in my opinion, are only good when they lead to something a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
like
plus
they have
they're
to
dying down at this point.
Right. They have to add to the song. So here comes the guitar solo into the best chorus of the song. Such good songwriting. Like, let's take this guitar solo and build it into the only chorus that has
And it's like
three-part
rhythmic. He can play
harmonies.
that like while he's singing.
Yeah,
You know.
3-part harmonies and like that. That's some good songwriting. Just like it's not complicated, but it's smart. They did it, that. I think that of the singles is probably the best, like, or the smartest songwriting. It's not my favorite song, but I'm like, oh yeah, they knew what they were doing, you know.
So like, you know, we may say that like they're away from like their funk roots.
Yeah.
But is that really like when you're that raw and playing like you're like kind of doubling up like that, you know? Like that's something like a funk band would do, like you know, like they would that riff, that approach, I guess. So like the funk's not gone, it's just translated in a different way.
Well, right.
If that makes sense, I don't know.
I don't mean to interrupt you with this, but they still do funk stuff on here.
Oh yeah.
Get on top. Get on top. Hit me. Come get me. Oh, I bite butt. Shit bit me. Gorilla.
Like, sorry for the hard pause, but like, there's parts of this that I like better than their early funk stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I know Flea's known for his bass lines, and this one's pretty simple, but the boom ba da bum ba da ba da boom
This
ba
one's
da
good.
bum ba da. Like, this is pretty cool. I'm playing it again so you can hear it.
Get on top. Hit me. Come get me. Oh, I bite butt. Shit bit me. Gorilla. Contilla.
Yeah, he said Cuntilla there. They have not lost their libidos. They are still
The Red Hot Chili Peps.
yeah, they are sexual deviants. But yeah, they still have some funk aspects on this album. It's not, they don't have as many, but they're still there.
Yeah.
There's also, it's clear with this album they're getting away from kind of some of the, they're getting into like a mellower side. There's also these weird songs that are kind of like a mixture. Actually, before we get to that, let me play a little bit of this, because this is on the funkier side
Oh,
too.
hell yeah. They played this live when I saw them first.
I Like Dirt. You like
yeah.
this one?
Oh, yeah. I like this little.
If we had this on video, you would have seen Sam do this little pick rake
Yeah.
at exactly the right time.
I like dirt. I like be walked up if I could.
I'm living a dream. Living a dream. Living a dream.
In your brain. So that's I Like Dirt, which is a song that, I'll be honest, I skip most of the time.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's fine. But it's not great. It's not as good. This songs like Easily really fall into this weird, like, it's a mix of Californication and
just rocks.
Stadium rock, kind of.
Let's get carried away.
I knew you'd do that.
Of course you did.
Where's the sync when we need it?
Let's get married today. Shaolin shouted a road from his road. Everything must go. A licking sticky stick away.
All the way to the chorus on this song.
You said what?
Keep it going.
I'm going to keep it going.
Yeah, I like the chorus and then how it goes back in.
Remind me if you will exactly what we're fighting for. Calling for something in the air. Calling, I know you must be there. Easily.
Song's good.
Or is that the chorus?
No, I think what you thought is
Yeah.
the
I mean, it's kind of...
Shaolin, Shaolin.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's the chorus.
I think it starts with the chorus.
Oh, the Easily part.
Yeah.
No, I think that's the verse. Again,
I mean-
this is another example of, like, I don't know. It's too many distractions for me to think about.
Not
right
all
now.
songs like Aerosmith. Love in an elevator.
Oh,
Like,
no.
you know,
100. You're
yeah.
absolutely right about that. Like, a song can start with the chorus.
Yeah.
To me, though, even though Easily is repeated and it seems like chorusy in that aspect, the parts that follow it are usually different. So it seems more like a verse. And the Shaolin part is the refrain.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part they keep repeating over and over.
This is like what I think. It's like this is good songwriting. Like they probably don't even know. They're just like
Yeah.
they're just
'Cause it
saying
doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're just saying what like sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. Another song that fits in that category is we kind of skip around here. Emit Remmus.
Yes.
Dude, this song, as the kids say, slaps.
Do you know what's code for that?
What's code for what? Slaps?
Emit Remmus.
Oh, no, what?
It's dude, Summertime Backwards.
Hold on. I have to go take a shit because my brain exploded
Yeah.
and it's about to come out of my butt.
Summertime to talk and swear. Later maybe we could share some air. I'll take you to the movies there. We could walk through Leicester Square. What could be wetter than an English girl, American man? London in the summertime. Call me now, you the satellite. London in the summertime. Cuss me out, it'll be alright.
So that is similar, in my ears, similar to Easily in that it's not really funk anymore. They're just like a straight rock band now. And Savior falls into that for me too.
Dusting off your save.
I love that guitar tone.
Oh yeah.
Well, you
Yeah, no.
always my favorite, always my man.
This song is
It's
kind of like an epic. There's like a lot of different parts.
Dude,
So
yeah.
you know what I mean? When it like goes to whatever the next part is, it's like not related, but like but it works. You know, you're like
And I know this isn't what you were saying, but when I hear this song, it makes me think of like a Western.
yeah.
not
No,
like-
I agree. I
do?
definitely agree. Yeah.
Especially when that guitar
yeah.
sound comes back in. And it is like epic in scope
Yeah.
like that, even though it's not even 5 minutes long. But like the sound of it is like, this is a journey.
It's like don't do drugs, kids. But like when you take certain, let's say like smoke pot, man, you lose all time of reality. You know, and this is what that song does. Like, is this really only 5 minutes? Because I feel like I transported through time for an hour. This part, there's like some like sleigh bells or something.
Yeah.
A butterfly that flaps his wings, affecting almost everything. The more I hear the orchestra, the more I have something to bring. And now I see.
So it does this for a while, and then it goes. It solos out at that sweet guitar tone.
He's just a man and everything he does will be a radical. I'm my name.
Here it comes after this last chorus.
Dusting off your savior, the life that you have narrated, you were my man.
Yeah, I dig it. I realized as I was listening to this album for this episode, like I have a new appreciation for this album. Like it's better than I remember it.
Yeah, dude. It's like, I just like how raw it is compared to like the music that was popular.
Yeah.
You know, this could have been like part of the reason like my gateway to rock, because I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like there's just so much space there, but there's really not. Like everybody's just kind of playing their part and going at it, man.
There's one single we haven't covered yet. I'm going to play it.
Oh, is it Road Trippin'?
Oh, damn. That is a single. But I'll play that one now.
Road tripping with my two favorite allies. Fully loaded, we got snacks and supplies. It's time to leave this town, it's time to steal away. Let's go get lost anywhere in the USA. Let's go get lost, let's go get lost. Blue, you sit so pretty west of the one. Sparkle like with yellow icing, just a mirror for the sun. Just a mirror for the sun. Just a mirror for the sun. These smiling eyes are just a mirror for. So much has come before, those battles lost and won. This life is shining more forever in the sun. Now let us check our heads and let us check the surf. Staying high and tries more trouble than it's worth in the sun. Just a mirror for the sun. Just a mirror for the sun.
Well, let me tell you, there are a lot of post-production things we can do with this podcast that we can cut out, but I'll tell you what I won't be cutting out. Me taking off my headphones and saying to Sam, I'm going to go pee. Forgetting that just because my headphones are off doesn't mean the mic is off. And meanwhile, as I came back, here's Sam standing, headphones to his ear, and as I came back, he goes, I'm going to go too. And he just left. So that's what's happening with the Wet Bandits podcast right now. The thing I like, and we'll talk to Sam about this when he gets back, the thing I like about Road Trippin', I'm shocked it was a single. I have no recollection of it being on the radio. But it's still a cool song. Besides, it's obviously like an easy listening. It never rocks hard, and it's, you know, the kind of song that you kind of feel like is a real crossover hit, like anybody could like it. But like it's reminiscent of the Beatles for me. I don't know why. Other than maybe it's just the vocal harmonies combined with the strings, and maybe I'm misplacing the influence or the I don't know. Sometimes, you think you've placed a certain sound with a certain group, and maybe you actually meant a different one. But that's what comes to mind for me when I hear this song. So it's 3 minutes long. It's a really like meek way to end the album, but it's really appropriate. And Sam's back now. What I was saying, and I don't know if you agree,
It's
but
kind of like Red Hot.
Road Trippin' actually reminds me of like Beatles.
Yeah, like Blackbird or something.
Yes, yeah, there you go. Maybe it's because of the finger picking combined with the vocal harmonies and the.
Dude, that's definitely a G at the very first thing, I think.
Really, let me hear. Usually, I can tell by listening. Got to hit play though.
Maybe not the first one.
Yeah, I think
about?
you're right. No, I think you're right. It's a weird voicing, and
Yeah.
it's hard to tell from the very beginning. But when you hear the other chord changes, then when you hear it come back, you're like, oh, that is probably a G. I don't know for sure, but because I've never.
Dude, tell me
played
if I'm
this.
wrong, because I'm just a drummer, dude.
No, I would tell you, but I think you're right. So I like that song. I totally forgot that it was a single, and I don't have any recollection of hearing it on the radio. But it was. So we've covered almost every song.
What's the last single you were talking about?
Well, the last single I was talking about was I think my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Deep inside of a parallel universe, it's getting harder and harder to tell what came first. And underwater with thoughts can breathe easily. Far away you were made in a sea, just like me. Cast down my sidewalk down, California king. I swear it's everywhere, it's everything. Staring straight up into the sky.
I don't know. This one just rocks real hard.
It does indeed.
And that was definitely my favorite at the time. Now, I don't know if it's just like me getting older or like I'm more interested in different aspects of the like musical game. It's still good, but like there's probably other songs that are better. Like Emit Remmus
Yeah.
and Savior and Easily. Those have all kind of I'm into those songs now, but Parallel Universe still rocks. I really like the how the lyrical line works with the chorus there, where he's like, Christ, I'm a
Yeah.
sidewinder, I'm a California king. Like, I
Yeah.
like that.
I love the beginning of the song.
Yeah. And then it doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear I'll play that again. You hear it just one guitar and then a second guitar comes over top of it. Once I press play. Yeah, it's just for 6 of those like little
Yeah.
rigs. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, it's cool. That's a cool song. Yeah, that was a single too.
What else is left? I know we got Porcelain.
Porcelain, which we both agree
Yeah,
sucks. It's 2 minutes and 45 seconds of our life that we'll never get back.
he's definitely using some brushes right there.
Oh, he's brushing so hard. And
it's
and
probably a
some
different
kick.
bass drum too.
Porcelain, are you wasting
This kind of sounds like
away
Queens of
your
the
skin?
Stone Age now. They may have been ahead of their time.
Yeah?
It's off of
Dude, while you're looking it up, this is the kind of shit, and I didn't crap on Mark Fitzpatrick enough the last episode, the writer of the meaning behind the songs from Red Hot Chili Peppers, but like, this is the kind of song that some idiot journalist is like, this is where the Red Hot Chili Peppers have really grown up. they place a song like Porcelain
Dude, this song.
on this. Like,
Do you have internet?
no.
Well, just take a little listen of this.
Okay, hold on a second, everybody.
Oh, wait. I think it's... I'll get that.
Huh? We're about to do some really good radio here.
Dude, so good that it'll make your head fall off.
What are you trying to play for me here? This is Queens of the Stone Age. All this dead space, people have unsubscribed. In the meantime.
I'll just play it for you later, dude.
All right, he'll play it for me later. So that we'll do it off mic.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that people are like,
Off mic.
Right, off mic. So Porcelain is the kind of BS that Mark Fitzpatrick and other stupid music journalists are like, oh man, like they've really grown up. They can put a really mature song like Porcelain on here. Do you smell like a girl when you smile? That's the kind of... I mean, I hate that lyric. I hate it. I hate this song. I hate it. Not because it's boring, but like you could argue that not Flea. You could argue that P is like the similar song from One Hot Minute because it's just like just a bass and a vocal and like it's stripped down and all this. But like I much prefer P to Porcelain.
So this is how I'm viewing it, and again, I'm comparing it to Metallica.
It's fair.
The Black Album, you got Unforgiven, which is like your scar tissue. This song is trying to be in like your Nothing Else Matters, but it's not like in that same...
No.
You know what I mean? It's like a different vibe.
Porcelain, yeah. You're correct at what I think they were aiming for.
Yeah.
But
they wanted like another ballad, less ballady, because
Yeah.
Unforgiven hits hard, but it's still like a ballad.
Yep. Porcelain is just, it's trash for me. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because I feel like I'm being a little too harsh, but it has zero redeeming qualities for me. Like, I guess it has vocal harmonies that are okay, but it's not like, you could have done that with a better song, There's like, porcelain, like, okay, that's kind of pretty, but only kind of, and it's not worth putting a 2 minute 45-second song. You think?
I will say this, like, I'm not like a true fan of the song, but I think they might have been like ahead of their time.
Ahead of their time.
Writing this song, I think they were like ahead of their time.
Yeah.
After I show you this song, like...
Yeah, off mic.
Yeah, off mic.
All right. Okay, one song I did forget was This Velvet Glove, which is also underrated.
Oh, yeah.
The beginning reminds me of Flood from Jars of Clay. Which,
oh, really?
Yeah, not many people are going to make that connection, but let me skip to the chorus, which is cool.
To my skin, someone who's been, I'm a pouring in.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like it.
It's cool. That leaves only 2 songs. Right on Time, which is only a little less than 2 minutes long.
They still play that one.
They do?
Yeah. Like a lot more than you would think.
I like this part okay.
Yeah. Dude, watching Flea play this bass part looks just insane.
Really?
'Cause he's like hopping like 2
Oh, yeah, yeah. I could see that. That's cool when you put a
Yeah.
song on there that's just like technically difficult to do.
Yeah, I mean this one. Yeah, I actually watched a video of like they started to play the song, but like the beat was wrong, and then it like started over.
That's funny. And then the only one that leaves is Purple Stain, which is, I hate to end it on this, but this is the one, excuse me, ladies, this is
Oh, I
basically
like
about
this one.
Anthony Kiedis fingering you.
I put my middle finger in your monthly blood is what I went out in your house. Now let me spit python the power straight from a Monte. Celluloid look got a John Frusciante. Spread your head and spread the blanket. She's 2 feet and I'm the patient.
This part's cool.
Black and white, red and blue, a thing that looks good on you. And if I scream, don't let me go, a purple stain. I know, knock on wood, we'll all stay good, cause we all.
And actually, this song gets cool like when they build after that. I went too far.
On your way, it's way out there, but I don't care, cause this is where I go. Knock on wood, we all stay good, cause we all live in Hollywood. With Dracula and out the hood, unspoken words were understood. Way out there, but I don't care, cause this is what I wanna wear. Knock on wood, we all stay good, cause we all live in Hollywood. To finger paint is not a
It's pretty, actually that song's pretty cool. This one is the one that has the big build at the end too, right?
Oh yeah, like the jam. Oh, there's a sweet drum fill. Keep going. Keep going.
So you guys might not have enjoyed that as much as we did, but
That's the craziest he gets the whole album.
I was glad that you pointed that out to me because you hear like he does a little fill,
Yeah.
and then a little fill plus a little more, and then a little fill plus a little more plus a little more, and then it
he-
gets longer and longer,
Yeah.
and then it's like
Yeah.
and it's cool. That is cool. I already like that song better
Yeah.
than I did before. We covered everything from this album. This episode is fucking long. It's already like an hour and 10 minutes, which is great.
I
Not-
love this album.
yeah, it's better than I remembered it, honestly. You know, when we started this whole Red Hot Chili Peppers discography, I was like, it's going to be a struggle to get through some of these. And I was thinking about albums like this, where it's like there's a song here or there that I'm like, ugh, like I don't really like it. But on this listen, I'm like, especially in the context of the other stuff they've done, I'm like, you know, I kind of like all of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this might end up being on my Mount Rushmore of Red Hot Chili Peppers albums. It might not,
Yeah.
but it might be top 4. I don't know. But I think we're at Cover Cut Hidden Gem.
What are the singles?
The singles, so you can think about your hidden gem, but the singles were Scar Tissue, Around the World, Other Side, Californication. Those are the obvious ones. Road Trippin' and Parallel Universe were also singles. So you can cover any of those. So if we were going to cover one, I might know what you'd cover. What would you cover?
Well, I got 2 answers.
That's cheating.
Realistically,
Okay,
Other Side.
sure. And spoiler alert, the Wet Bandits are going to cover that probably this weekend.
You think so?
Yeah, before this episode comes out, we better have played it because the band has been given a directive to learn it. So I'll know it.
Did
You'll
I get
know
that
it.
email?
I don't know if you did or not. Probably not, because I just assumed you. I don't know if you did or not.
Yeah.
You don't get any emails from me recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, you better learn it.
If I was like to cover any song, it'd be Around the World.
Really? What, you like Around the World better than Other Side?
Well, mainly just because like I would rather cover Other Side, but I love Around the World. I just think that'd be a fun song to do.
Yeah.
But if I were to give him, my answer's Other Side.
Yeah.
I lock it in.
Yeah. I am locking in Parallel Universe.
Yeah, that's
I think
a good
that
one.
song would fucking rock.
Yeah.
Now, I get that, like, the crowd wouldn't know it as well. But we would be good at it.
Yeah.
And it would be fun to play. So that's my cover. What would you cut? This one's probably really tough or not tough at all.
So I want to say Porcelain,
Yeah?
but that's like part of the album.
Yeah,
You know,
I get you.
You know, like it's really dead set in like the middle, so it's like there for a reason. I feel
Yes.
it may be like one of
It
the
is a
last
nice
songs we
like
talked
break
about.
between
Yeah.
Easily and Emit Remmus.
I'm not getting rid of any of those. Oh fuck my.
Fuck my ass. What else? There's a bit we haven't done in a while. Tenacious D bits that nobody knows except us.
I'm
It's
gonna have
really
to go with
hard.
Porcelain. I'm gonna have to do it.
I think I am too. I get why it's hard to do that.
because like
because it
part of
is-
the album, you know, it's like the
Yep.
P.
But here's the thing. If you don't cut Porcelain, I think you have to cut Get on Top, which I'm not cutting. I'm not cutting I Like Dirt, because those are both like the funky ones.
Yeah.
Or-
What's the Velvet one?
Velvet Glove, that's the last one we
I
did.
love that song, but like we already have so much of that. in
That's
the-
true.
You know what I mean? Like I love this song.
To me, this and this is
No,
a
definitely the one. Wait, which is the one? Banner. My finger.
that's Purple Stain.
Okay. Yeah, I would cut the Velvet one.
Okay. I'd cut Porcelain, and I don't begrudge you for cutting Velvet Glove. The thing, though, for me, the reason I feel like I can get rid of Porcelain, even though you're right, it is like the middle. It's like, look, we're cutting this album in half, kind
Yeah.
of. The reason I'm okay with that is because for me, and this is a beef that I kind of have with the Chili Peppers, starting with Californication and moving on, is that I feel part of it is because these albums start to have 16 or 17 songs on them a lot of the time. It's like, while the albums are good, they don't feel as cohesive to me as some of the earlier stuff. And as some of the stuff we've talked about in previous episodes, like Throwing Copper to me from live is like, wow, you have to have all of these.
Oh,
because
yeah.
like if you don't, the album doesn't work. I don't feel the same way. Even though I like Californication, I don't feel the same way that you can't just almost randomly pick one out and be like, this album doesn't work anymore. I actually think it works if you pull any of them out. So that's why I'm just being like,
Not
okay,
any,
not
but-
any of them,
yeah.
but like a shitty one that I don't like, yeah, I can
Yeah.
pull it out and it's fine. Porcelain's gone.
Yeah.
Now instead of Porcelain, I have Easily going right into Emit Remmus. Like I'm okay with that.
Dude, I was on YouTube and I was like, I always look at the comments, and I was on Emit Remmus, and
Yeah.
people that's like their favorite song from this album, like Chili Pepper fans.
Really?
Yeah,
I do like it.
yeah. Just like guitar, like feedback going on. I'm a sucker for that shit, dude.
Me too. Have you noticed I've been trying to do that more on stage?
Yeah, and your squeals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been doing a lot of squeals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Hidden Gem, what's it going to be? This one's really hard. First of all, because there's a lot of singles.
Dude, Emit Remmus, dude.
Yeah.
Has to be.
I think mine's Savior.
Yeah.
Emit Remmus is really good, but I love just like
Yeah.
dusting off your
Positive.
Savior.
As opposed to One Hot Minute.
Yeah.
You know, it's like opposite.
Yeah. This one's really strong. Like, it made me reminisce a lot.
Yeah.
This one's really good. You know, a reunion for the band, and also, like, I think a lot of people were like you, where they kind of didn't even realize One Hot Minute existed. And then the other people were in my camp that owned One Hot Minute, but somehow felt like this was a different band.
Yeah.
And it clearly is. And then they kind of like ride this wave. I can't say for the rest of their career because I don't know anything very, very well after Stadium Arcadium. But certainly into Stadium Arcadium, it's a lot of similar-ish stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens next, even though, spoiler alert, I've listened to By the Way, not as excited about that podcast.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
I'll let you know how I feel.
All right.
That ep.
Coming to a podcast near you next week.
Get wet.
By the Way, get wet.
Bye.
Two young boys going to the liquor store where they sold their souls. And I got a story. A story once was told.
I can do it.
Two young boys going to the liquor store where they sold their souls. Hey, yeah.
I didn't think I would be able to. It's not that
And I got a story. And a story once was sold. Two young boys going to the liquor store where they sold their souls. And I got a story. Story once was sold. Two young boys going to the liquor store where they sold their souls. Hey, yeah. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
I tried calling some studios. People are like booked, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.